In Flanders fields, the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky, the larks, still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago, we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved. And now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you, from falling hands, we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
For the 100th anniversary of Veterans Day being Veterans Day, I would like to do some sort of tribute or memorial. Some of these ideas in Europe are fairly massive, and I'm not looking for something like that. I'm looking kind of an arbor or an archway that has poppies somehow intertwined in it so that people could see the symbol that symbolizes veterans in our motivation for serving our communities after our service and military.
The project itself was based on one illustration I have in my classroom. It's Flanders Field and Flanders poppies. And the other was the American flag that sits on my desk in the classroom. And so when we started talking about it, I had a rough sketch that I had drawn out.
He showed me this drawing of the United States flag with all these poppies in the red stripes and said, "What do you think?" And I said, "Oh, this is a great idea." And he said, "Well, I'll do this on one condition. I get to teach veterans how to make each individual one."
He saw my kids working during the day, and I said, "This is going to tie in. My kids are going to participate with veterans, and so there's different generations that are working on this."
I kind of pondered that whole thought, and I said, "Well, that's a great idea."
This is what I would like to do. And have it on bearings so that they spin and move. And sample, you notice on some of these, they've got a top bearing and a lower bearing, but this will be encased, they'll drill and be mounted in concrete.
All individually handcrafted by a veteran or veteran's family member with that veteran. The oldest veteran, I believe, was 95 years old. We've had every generation of war veteran involved in this project. And you'll hear from other people about the stories of how we didn't just build a monument, but built a community.
This whole process has been amazing. The veterans, whether they've never welded or plasma cut anything before, or whether they have lots of experience, they're always there to help each other.
I know that it was made so that we would bring honor to our veterans that have fallen and current ones, and so I'm all in. I think I hardly missed a time. I've come every time that it's open. And now that we've got most of them done for ourselves, we're helping a lot of guys that just coming in now late at the end, and we help them along.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool because there's like a bunch of different people that come in and just a lot of people working together. It's pretty cool. They want your help because a lot of them don't know what they're doing, so they want their help when they're trying to weld and use plasma cutter.
It is interesting to see the veterans from the different generations here all kind of helping each other and sort of accidentally getting to know one another when they probably did not before.
It's like healing to see that, and it touches your heart and your soul. You just can't come to these things without having it affect you.
My son is retired Army, and he came in and made one. And then I made one for my father, who was World War II Navy. And I passed the information on to several people I know.
And I learned it from him because he told me, come on down and do something.
I got a pretty good knack for making straight lines and stuff like that, so I cut them out for the people, and like Joe's good at grinding and finding center pieces and stuff, so And then Paul, he helps us out and he does the welding. And so like we call our table Little Italy, and we do our business back there and help each other out. Some guy asked me, he says, "Why are you doing this for me?" I said, "Because veterans help veterans, that's why."
Final installation of what we're going to see, that's just icing on the cake. The real story is what's happened right here. And these guys coming together and working together, making friends that they wouldn't have had.
Like Ray says, it's a teamwork. Some people weld better than others. Some like the hands-on grinding and clearing and rolling and coming up with different ideas how to fabricate them, prime them, roll them.
It's a true family-oriented and veteran-oriented experience, and it's gone way beyond what we envisioned in terms of the numbers and the response to the project.
Just so many stories that these veterans have come together. They didn't know anybody from anybody. From Springwater to Avon and Caledonia, and to see these guys working in the shop and the friendships that they've made over time and sharing the stories. It's incredible to see.
I hope that they see that it is a lot of work done by veterans, and that Livingston County is a place that really does support its vets.
I think the important thing is knowing that Livingston County is very veteran-oriented and in full support of our veterans, and that's why the Board of Supervisors and the County Administrator gave their support for this project.
Through a collaborative effort, partnership with the veteran community and the Genesee Valley Educational Partnership, we have come to realize a great monument here that'll be permanent and everlasting.
Each one of these poppies tells a story. And so take the time to read the dog tag, you look at it, they're all individual. And they were made by, like I said, either they're a veteran or a family member in remembrance of their loved one.
Every poppy here has an individual story. My poppy is just one out of 200. So if you think about America being a land of storytellers, there are 200 individual poppies out there. I'm so grateful to be a part of this project. It was a profound experience. Beyond that, for the veterans in the room, it became a community.
I dedicated a poppy to my children, and one of my poppies, because they were so young, the poppy itself is not open like many of the other ones. It's one that's lowered to the ground, and I made it as if it was blooming, so my children can grow up to know that they were part of this from its creation.
And that is really why this monument exists, because it gives you living veterans a place to come and tell your children, your grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren your stories.
This is the first of its kind in this country. It is interactive, it is moving, no two poppies alike, and it's something that is worth driving out to see.
We shall keep the faith. O you who sleep in Flanders fields, sleep sweet to rise anew. We caught the torch you threw, and holding high we keep the faith with all who died. We cherish too the poppy red that grows on fields where valor led. It seems to signal to the skies that blood of heroes never dies,
but lends a luster to the red of the flower that blooms above the dead in Flanders fields. And now the torch and poppy red we wear in honor of our dead. Fear not that ye have died for naught, we'll teach the lesson that ye wrought in Flanders fields.
God bless our veterans, God bless their families, and God bless the United States of America.